Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain, first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They begin here with a run by West. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Partner, I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least 1 runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
West. They find some open field here. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And that's something that's been lacking in Baltimore's running game the last few seasons, the ability to really hit on a big run.
Last year, their longest run was just 41 yards all season, 4 yards per carry near the bottom of the league. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out here in the I. They'll run here with Langford. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backwards.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Crockett Gilmore, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
That has to be frustrating for defenders. 3rd down, they take a shot way downfield. There is good coverage, yet they still come down with the football and pick up a big gain.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Fournette fighting through, and he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
I love it. A scout told me that with his running style, this guy's always the hammer, never the nail, but also has the ability to break it off big, too.
I was on the field for a game he had last year at LSU, and there were some college boys warming up, and then Leonard Fournette walked in. He is a man.
Full grown.
Only the Rams made fewer trips to the red zone than the Jags last year, but here they are in the red zone, 1st and 10. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory trying to run inside, but nothing there. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Flacco. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This is West. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
Thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Second down, Flacco now. Setting up the screen for West. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now West. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Flacco. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Macklin that time, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Flacco from the gun. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, Flacco. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll toss it to Woodhead, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Operating out of the gun, Flacco, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. To throw, it's Bortles. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Chris Wormley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Bortles throwing on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Shotgun now for Bortles. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Here's Bortles to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle.
Some things you just accept as fact in the NFL, and one that is true, the Baltimore Ravens are going to attack you on defense and create turnovers and takeaways. Their secondary had 18 interceptions in 2016.
And that was tied for the most in the league. They begin the drive with Woodhead. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Second down following the run. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Looking deep here for Macklin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front, as we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To pass, Flacco. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A good pickup there, a 22.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside. And
no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 14 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up the 3rd down.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
On 2nd down, Langford. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Langford again. Room here to run. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Langford on 1st and 10. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
They'll run it with West. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run again here with West. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terrence West, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Here we go now.
Bortles now on first down. He finds Hearns left side, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Yeldon. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hearns that time, and it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Here we go now.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Wormley able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Shift together here from the D-line. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's Flacco. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
The running back, Leonard Fournette, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Bortles. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Bortles got to have this one. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his team, putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, what a move. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They run with Woodhead. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because They're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. So on 4th down, Flacco off to the sidelines. He gives way to Justin Tucker. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here we go now.
Bortles now on 1st down. And he's good. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They keep it on the ground with Langford. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On the counter, Langford. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Now Bortles. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has a slide and find open space to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. The drive starts with a carry by Langford. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Baltimore, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. At Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed, I don't GA. You tryna, yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies, man. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh, what you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh, I swear this lockjaw got me stuttering. Girl, you I fall in love again. Sheesh, get it, my favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet, who got some grapes? I'm tryna. I'm all ball for these. Get it, not complicated. No conversation, get it, not complicated. No conversation, please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed, I don't GA. You tryna yes on yes on yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
愛してよ私を抱いてよねそばにおいでよ私の最